Hey everybody, my name is Rydo, and today we will be covering Hitman Sniper Challenge, which is an extra little demo that was added before and released a few, I don't know how early it was released. It was a pre-order bonus for Hitman Absolution, which is the latest game to have been made until the reboot Hitman comes out, which may be coming out, may already be out. Anyways, forgetting all that, let's hop into the game because there's a lot we can talk about as it's going.
Welcome to Chicago 47. Your main target, Richard Strong Jr., is the CEO of Stallion Armaments, a high-profile weapons manufacturer. Richard Strong is an exceedingly private figure who rarely moves in public, so the best window of opportunity is during his brief appearance at the company's annual retreat. However, keep in mind that the place will be packed with witnesses. Our client wants Richard Strong eliminated, along with his entire host of bodyguards. Apparently, he wants to send a message. Richard Strong is highly punctual and will only mingle with his employees for 15 minutes. At precisely 6 o'clock, he will leave the premises, so be mindful of the time. There should, however, be plenty of opportunities for a more silent approach. I know you appreciate that. Good luck, 47.
Okay, so we're into the game right now.
Good view of the Rue 47. Your main target is arriving.
And this is the entire game. You're sitting here on the roof with a sniper rifle, and you can target the...
That's your main target, Richard Strong.
Yep. Target this guy and his bodyguards. He will leave in 15 minutes. It's been about 30 seconds already. That's what the timer in the lower right corner is counting. To the next of that, you have all of his bodyguards numbered, and to the right of that is him. Now, if you don't kill him at all, you will lose the level. But if you kill him and then all the other bodyguards run away, which they will start doing, or at least some of them will. Some of them decide to sit around and try and find you and shoot at you, but they can't hit you because you're so far away, obviously. As long as you hit the main target, you win. You will get some kind of score value for this. Now, this is a cool concept, and it gets expanded, I believe, in an iOS game called Hitman Sniper Challenges, or maybe just Hitman Sniper, because this one's called Hitman Sniper Challenge. And this is kind of a cool idea. It's a playable item, something to do while you're waiting for, you would have been waiting for Hitman Absolution to come about. Now, I've lost him. You can, I'm using right now a controller. You can hit the right bump, and then you'll go into instinct mode, which will highlight the bodyguards in yellow and help you find him, your main target, in red. Unfortunately, to pull the trigger, you have to use the right trigger. So pressing the right bump and the right trigger at the same time is actually quite difficult thing for me to do. I don't like games that require that. Right now, I'm using left trigger to zoom. I press up on the D-pad to zoom, maximize my zoom. That's just a tap. Up twice, and then you can press down twice to zoom out, and then right trigger for the instinct, and then if I was going to shoot, I would pull the right bump for instinct, pull the right trigger to shoot. Also, on top of all that though, if I only slightly press the right trigger, it will slow down time, which might
We're
help
about to
you.
place the phone call. Let's hope the target steps outside.
They're about to place a fake phone call to guide him out. Now it's been 11 minutes and 50 seconds. This would be a great game if there was just more to it. Unfortunately, this is the only scene. Nothing ever changes here. Uh, they react. If I, for instance, shot this guy in the cowboy helmet, all these guys would get upset and run away. But we don't get any different targets. It's just this one target. And the only thing that really spices it up and gives you any potential extra things to do besides just as quietly and as quickly killing all of the bodyguards are these challenges. And I'm not going to go and show you how to do every single challenge, but you can find online how to do it. But there's a couple that are kind of hard, like fly by prevented it requires you to slow down time to really do it. Mr. X only shows up until you do all the others, and then crack all the eggs requires you to get headshots on everything. There's also scores you're going to get for doing kills silently. So one of the tricks like you can do is these are mines. If you shoot them, they'll be armed, but that's not going to be silent. But what you could do is shoot this box right here. That opens this door. At a certain point, a security guard will stand in front of that. You can shoot him in the head, he'll fall right back behind there. Nobody sees the body. Or, here's a good one.
It's a good idea to take out the guards close to the edges. The streets below are empty at this time of day.
So shoot him, get a headshot, and then get a hidden body score. Here's a thing. When we look here, you can see that this is a special item of interest, so you can click that and cause all those wine barrels to fall. And if somebody was under there, it would have crushed them, potentially. So there's some more guards down over on this ledge. There's a lot of guards here. Notice it's clear again.
10 minutes remaining, 47.
There's a guard right here. And let's see, a couple of guards right here. Of course, if I kill all these guards and still don't kill the main target, this level fails and my score doesn't get added. There's a couple other secrets that are kind of cool, like over here, right in the sunlight, there's a guy punching a punching bag. If I shoot the punching bag down, which is hard to do because he's not very steady. If you try to like pull the trigger slowly, see time slows down and it steadies you. So now he puts up his hands like Rocky Balboa in a second. Which I reloaded instead of doing that. Looking at him. There he does it. So there's a few secrets like that. You have to do those once, and then you get a permanent multiplier to your score. And mostly this game just wants you to play this same scenario over and over again, which kind of sucks. I mean, it's a cool concept, but without even two different things. Here, let's kill this guy to make sure.
The guards are suspicious, 46. Take control of the situation.
There we go. Now our main guy has been killed, so at least we'll get this
Guards
done.
have discovered a body. Make sure to conceal your kills.
Yeah. if they find the body, they will set off alarms and you won't get a stealth kill. One of the things that's weird about this too is even though I don't know anything about a Hitman as a series, I've never played any of it, and sadly I probably can't play the first game because it's just too old. It doesn't run properly on a modern computer. It runs too fast.
Take them out and leave your position.
See, he'll hear that and stop and investigate. See, we're getting more multipliers every time we get a headshot. 7 times that. But yeah, even though I don't know anything about Hitman, I still think I kind of know that Hitman is more about being hands-on on the assassinations, and it's not really about sniping people, because otherwise he'd be called a sniper instead of a hitman. There's the guy. Now when they start running here, that is the worst. Trying to hit a running target is a nightmare. Almost impossible. Or pretty impossible. There's one more guy somewhere here, and I'm using my instincts to try and find him, figure out where he could be. And they're all on this main building. They're all just on this main building. There's nothing, nobody to really shoot on this building. Nobody to shoot on this building. Nothing to really shoot
well done, 47.
On most of the other buildings.
The agency will take care of cleanup.
Now I've actually sat and not shot a single bullet and watched their entire walking loop, and it's good and kind of unique for the first 15 minutes or so, about halfway through the run, however long that is. Was it 7 minutes maybe? I don't know. He takes a phone call in his office, and after he stops talking on that phone call, it gets into kind of a boring loop. Nothing new really happens. If you haven't taken him out by that point, you're probably never going to take him out. So my score was 138,682. My base score was 29,500. I took 9 minutes to either kill or scare off all those other people, and that gave me 9,546. So you're probably getting like 1 point every 100th of a second. I had 32 bullets left, which means I get 32,000 points, which means you don't want to waste bullets. And then the challenge modifier was times 1.95, so almost doubled. The silent assassin modifier I have never gotten, but that I assume means you have to do the whole game, the whole mission and game, because the game is only one mission, without anybody finding any bodies at all. You can see over here on the right, I have all but 3 of the challenges. Particularly, I will say the WoW challenge is where you find 3 articles of clothing. The stripper left lying around, you shoot them, and then a girl in a bikini shows up in a window, and you can watch her slightly dance in a slightly provocative way, but she's in a very normal bikini, and the thumbnail for it is way more provocative than what you actually see. And speaking of provocative, when I hit select here, since this game really is just a commercial, and this game really should have been released free to everybody, it's going to show me one of 2 commercials for Hitman Absolution, one of which I have to skip because there's a shower scene in it and I don't want YouTube to get this video to get flagged on YouTube. The other we can watch. So we'll hit select and see which one we get. Now it sucks really bad. You have to watch a commercial in between each playthrough. There's friends leaderboards and all those things. I'm not sure any of that really uh, really would still work in at this point. I'm not sure if those things are still up and running. So we'll restart the level. Yep, and this is the one I have to skip. I think you kind of see why. Fortunately, so you have 15 minutes. The movement of these guys is about 7 minutes worth of programmed movement that's actually worth it.
That's your main target, Richard Strong.
Let's see, let's try something here. So it starts blinking. And see, if you try to shoot too fast, you'll just totally miss. Now the question is this guard going to get too close to it? So you can just hit the guy right now. That's all you have to do. That is one of the
47.
challenges.
The main target is getting away. Take him out before he leaves.
That was the main target. I had to shoot him right then and there because he saw the explosion. I was hoping to just get the main guy taken care of immediately. Everybody's at full alert now. Everybody's trying to find me. It's kind of funny because they point the guns at me like they actually see me, or they at least know the general direction in which the bullets are coming, which I guess is somewhat believable. There's 3 more guys sitting around. Let's see. 2 more bodyguards around here somewhere. Use that instinct to our benefit. Here's one guy. When these guys run, man, nothing stops these guys when they run.
Well done, 47. Leave your position and the agency will take care of cleanup.
There's really just doesn't feel like what the Hitman games are, though. It just doesn't. I wish I remember what my last score was, but I imagine it was higher than this, but it may not have been just because I saved time. I think you probably will want to save time. Let's go here and restart the level again and see if we can get the other load screen. Here's one. Watch this and see the comparison of what Hitman Absolution is about. It's about sneaking up on people and assassinating them with your bare hands. It's not sniper shooting. It's probably never supposed to even be guns. Alright, so we're not going to do it again. There's really little point to this. That little logo on the left is either the name of his it's the logo of his organization. I don't know if they're explicitly called the Illuminati or not. But basically he works for an organization from what I've heard. I think all you really need to know is he's a hitman. So as you get points and as you play, your score goes up. My total score is at the top right corner. I have 3 million and some change for score. That has unlocked me a sniper rifle in the Hitman Absolution game, a silencer, which maybe I'd use a silencer in Hitman Absolution if I really had to, a controlled breathing, which increases the stability of the sniper rifle, alright, an extended clip to give you 1 more round, and the cost of the first 2 was free, controlled breathing was 10,000 points. Extended clip was 300,000. A rapid fire bolt is 1,000,000 and it improves the bolt action of the rifle for an increased rate of fire. And a magazine well, which it increases your reload speed, and that was 2,500,000. So you go from 1,000,000 to 2,500,000, and that's for all the level 1 upgrades. But you can go from 2,500,000 to 7,000,000 points, which would be over double my entire score for controlled breathing 2. Then 9,000,000 for extended clip 2. Then 12,000,000 for rapid fire bolt. 15,000,000 for magazine well. 20,000,000 for controlled breathing 3. Extended clip 3, 30,000,000. Rapid bolt 3, 40,000,000. Magazine well 3, 50,000,000. 50,000,000! Think about that. There's only one level in this game. Obviously, they were thinking at some point they were going to have more than one mission. If you could have 3, 4, 5 missions here, I could see getting 50,000,000. That'd be just about 10,000,000 for each level. There'd be some variety here, but that's not how it is. There's only one mission at all. So who would play this same level over and over and over and over and over and over and over again? I've already gotten 7 out of the 10 or 12 challenges unlocked. You'd think that would be increasing my score by a significant amount, but no, it doesn't. And then they have a message system here for no real reason. This is kind of an old school, like, look, we have integrated message systems and we have leaderboards, back when those things were really selling points. So for a free add-on to Hitman Absolution, and for something to play at least once, I'd recommend, since it's free. It should be free to everybody, honestly. It's a fine game. It's a fine 5 minutes, maybe spend an hour on it, maybe even 2. But I would never play this enough to get 50,000,000. Those unlocks are not that useful, and frankly, I think I've unlocked hundreds of different weapons for Hitman Absolution by buying the Hitman bundle pack and owning other games that unlocked things in it too. None of those weapons, I'm sure, will even matter in the game. I'm sure you could have nothing unlocked in Hitman Absolution and get by just fine, and that's what we will be covering starting tomorrow, unless today's Friday, then starting Monday. So yeah, I like this concept. I think it would probably be a kind of cool cell phone game. The controls are crazy. They're not in the right places as far as the buttons. Even if you play with the mouse, the controls are really crazy and would be difficult for me to play with. And yeah, I just don't feel like Hitman is a sniper. I think a sniper is a sniper and a hitman is a hitman. Sometimes a hitman is a sniper and sometimes a sniper is a hitman, but as far as the games go, I don't think this Hitman, Agent 47, is really a sniper, or his game is designed to be played like that consistently. So, yes, that's it for this episode. Quick little spotlight of this game. I won't be making any more episodes of this. Can you imagine me coming back and making a second episode on a game that's so short and that literally is just full of ads? That's about the worst part, is you can't even just restart the level without seeing the ads again. There's nothing here in the settings that I see that says anything about turning off the ads. So you gotta sit here and watch the ads every time you want to play it. What ridiculousness. That's something I'm glad nobody else has adopted in video games. Well, I'm sure there's some free-to-play cell phone games that do garbage like that, but I'm glad the AAA producers of games, the big budget games, don't do that kind of garbage. Alright, so we're done. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and to watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it and make a donation. And down below in the description I have links to all the social media sites that I'm on. Let me know if I should be on any others. So you can click on those and friend and follow me on all of those. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.